Welcome, friends. Today we are doing a recipe face-off. We're going to do two Nutella-based brownie recipes. This one has only 3 ingredients, and this one has 5 ingredients. And so they both start off the same way. This one and this one, they both have Nutella, and they both get 2 eggs. And we'll just mix those eggs into the Nutella. And of course, it's winter here. The Nutella is stiffer than I thought it was going to be, and I chose the wrong tool. So let's switch to a whisk. So these came about because someone on Twitter asked me if I'd ever made them, and I felt so left out. I'd never heard of it before. And when I started to look online, I realized I'd really missed the boat. For like the last 5 or 6 years, this recipe has been everywhere on blogs and food and recipe websites. There's dozens of videos on YouTube of people making this. And everyone thinks that it's absolutely great. So I thought I'd give it a try. And as I really researched and went deeper and deeper into the research, I realized that even though some people were calling it a 3-ingredient brownie recipe, there were cheats within that 3-ingredient count. So the next ingredient into both is all-purpose flour. And I noticed in some recipes people were using self-raising flour, which is all-purpose flour with baking powder already mixed in. So, I mean, this whole recipe is a cheat. So that little cheat wasn't a big deal, but I started to wonder, well, if they're using self-raising flour, does that change the texture? How does that change the texture? Does it make it better? And I also noticed that some people were adding vanilla. So that's how this 5-ingredient one came about. I thought I'd try it with the baking powder and the vanilla and see if the texture and the flavor was any different than just the 3. And can you get away with a total cheat? Because this is a great cheat. So I'm going to mix the flour into both, and then we'll get those in a pan and into the oven. So one of the things I kind of find interesting is all of the recipes said to use a pan that was 8 by 11, 8 by 12, 8 by 13. They all said to use a pan size that was significantly larger than these 8 by 8s. And I got to tell you, it just barely fills the bottom of this pan. So I've got these marked, whether they're 3 or 5 ingredients. I'll see you when they're cooked.
All right, Glenn, so I see you have made 2 different things. They look a little bit different. This one's not quite as thin. It's light. I don't know how to describe the color as different, but it's a slightly different color.
So they already know.
And they have a 3 here and a 5 there.
They already know. So
Okay.
This is for you to figure out.
Okay.
I'm curious to know myself.
I'm taking the 3 and the 5 as a hint.
Yeah. So.
It has a big hole in it. That's kind of weird. So clearly there's Nutella in it.
Yeah.
Because it's got that hazelnutty,
Yeah.
chocolatey.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'm going to say not great. You're not bad. I'm not great. I think it's dry.
Okay, but that could be...
It could be overcooked. All of the recipes said 20 to 25 minutes. I baked them for 15.
Okay.
And pulled them out right at 15 minutes, and at that point they were overcooked.
So it could be that it's only 10 minutes.
Could be 10 or 12 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, so that could be, but the flavor seems fine. The texture seems okay.
Yeah, I think it's just a little dry because of overcooked. And they all said to bake them in an 8 by 11 or 12 or 8 by 13, like a big pan.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because it barely fills this. What is it? 8 by 8, 9 by 9. So this one is definitely the. Yeah, this one has really big bubbles in it, which I think is kind of quirky. Because this one too is dry,
Again, dry, which is, I think,
right?
5 minutes too long in the oven, which...
But they taste very similarly.
yeah.
I mean, this one is a smooshier cake.
It's cake. This one is cakier, and this one is
Fudgier?
Fudgier,
Yeah.
definitely. Yes, definitely.
This one's got more sponge to it.
Okay, so this one is 3 ingredients. It's just Nutella, egg, and flour. This one's 5 ingredients: Nutella, egg, flour, vanilla, and baking powder. So the baking
So the
powder
baking powder gives you the fluffy.
gives you the loft and the fluffiness.
I don't know that you need the vanilla.
I don't think the
I think
vanilla.
you could have skipped the vanilla.
I don't think the vanilla adds anything.
No.
So, I would conclude.
4 ingredients. If you drop the vanilla.
Yeah. So if you like
Average.
if you like a cakier brownie, definitely put the baking powder in. Mm-hmm. Leave out the vanilla. Doesn't make any difference. Nutella overpowers it completely. I thought it might lift the flavor a little bit, but apparently not.
They taste the same to me.
This one is a fudgier brownie, so just leave out the baking powder. And I'll leave the correct instructions for baking in the notes. But definitely, when you come across this recipe somewhere else and it says to do it in an 8x13 for 25 minutes of baking.
Not with this amount.
I can't imagine that would work at all.
That would be
Yeah.
like,
It'd be a cookie.
yeah.
It'd be an overcooked cookie.
But, I'll enjoy
So-
both.
Give it a try. The shortcut might be worth it. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.